I'm late, but 2 months ago, Rolling Stone published the naturally controversial list of the 200 greatest pop singers of all time. Imagine everyone agreeing with them like, yep, the exact correct 200 artists in the exact correct order. But nope. So let me be one of many to obnoxiously, but objectively critique the list, because I want to put an end to people making biased and incomplete lists. First of all, it's a lazy list. There's no rubric, no consistency, no evidence, no point, except maybe clickbait or meeting that January deadline. Rolling Stone said these are the vocalists that have shaped history and defined our lives. I'm like, how has Burna Boy shaped history as a singer? They added, keep in mind that this is the greatest singers list, not the greatest voices list. So what is Burna Boy doing there then? They also mentioned what mattered most to us was originality, influence, depth of catalog. Again, why is Burna? What are we judging on for the singing? Is it technical stuff, like breath control and note combination? How much feeling and goosebumps they create from you? Style, power, tricks, hit songs? Next, the list was clearly rushed. They left out some notables like Dionne Warwick, Celine Dion, Tina Marie, Janet Jackson, Madonna, Justin Timberlake, Cher, Bruno Mars, Sam Smith, Miley Cyrus, Katy Perry, Lizzo, Steven Tyler, Tori Kelly, and even the weirdo R. Kelly, if we're just talking all-time singers in popular music. I would personally add Jill Scott, Tevin Campbell, CeCe Peniston, Johnny Gill, Shanice, Jennifer Hudson, Ron Isley, Al Jarreau, Brian McKnight, Tamia, but this isn't about personal. Next, the list includes so many different styles. There's belters, head voice types, whisperers, whistlers, sing rappers. There's even a singer who sings clicks. Then you add all those genres: R&B, soul, gospel, hard rock, soft rock, disco, country, jazz, adult contemporary, folk, all the African, Asian, and South American world music. I mean, all genres matter, but all genres prioritize singing differently. Soul music requires good singing. Comment an exception below. If you do, guess what? It's not soul, guaranteed, or your money back. Reggae is mostly message or vibes. Singing is a bonus. Folk is a story before anything. Singing is just the vehicle to get there. A lot of modern R&B is choppy and syncopated. It used to have singing in the forefront. For an all-time singers list, it's disrespect to put people who vocalize in before people who sing. And it gets tricky when you have people who can get down vocally, but have chosen to just vocalize most of their music, because that's what their genre or label or stamina dictated. I think of Burna Boy again because I can tell he can sing, but his music doesn't call for elite A1 singing, and that's fine. Just can't leave out the notable absentees for him. All right, so on to editing Rolling Stone's list. My approach was to first segregate all the singers into what I feel is their primary vocal style overall, based on a selection of songs I've heard from their catalogs. This mainly helped me to organize, but it actually helped organize any bias I have, because I noticed that I'm mainly impressed by gospel vocalists. And that doesn't mean gospel music. Remember that I'm only talking vocals. Gospel vocals are strong, solid, not trying to be cute and bashful. You're getting all the runs you ever need, range, and dynamics. It's given the height of sad or happy. It's not for amateurs, and it doesn't even work with auto-tune. That's how legit it is. The next best thing is probably opera vocals when it comes to combining premier technique and emotion. My next move was to judge based on a handful of intangible singing elements like wow factor and soul. Then I considered range, power, tricks, and dynamics. As hard as it is, I had to fight nostalgia as an influence. This has nothing to do with what I used to feel. Fully objective. Lastly, I divided the list into ranks. Top singer and not top singer. And at the top of top singer is greatest singer. So let's cut to the chase and start there. These are them, and I'm limiting it to a top 5 in very particular order. If you're not in the comments already, start stretching your typing fingers. Get the emojis ready. Number 1, Stevie Wonder is the greatest singer ever to me because he can do anything vocally that anyone else can do. give every tone, all the notes, power, breathing mastery, dynamics, character, musicianship, harmony, song difficulty. Yes, I factor in versatility because if you can do what someone else can do, plus more, then you're the greatest at that thing being judged. Stevie already maxed out vocally ever since about the age of 9 to 10 years old, so that gives him the most longevity. He could have just coasted from there, but he continued to show creativity, which also makes him the most experimental. Rolling Stone had him at 7. It's a nice gesture, but I'm not accepting it. Call me ungrateful. One more time for clarity. Stevie Wonder is the greatest vocalist ever in popular music. Number 2. Aretha Franklin is considered many people's greatest singer ever, including Rolling Stone. I'm not mad at it. She has the best blend of power and finesse, possibly the best ease of power, and she's at the top in regards to giving soul. It's too subjective to measure that one, so again I say at the top. Number 3, Michael Jackson's got proof of 4 distinct stages of his voice. Kid, young adult, grown up, and then some sort of new young adult voice as a grown up. All of this while being a top-tier singer at each vocal stage. And therefore, this makes him the best at adapting to physical, bodily changes and still maintaining high-end vocal ability. He's the most creative ad-libber, and a bonus is that he has the best stage presence and charisma of all time. Number 4, Mariah Carey has the best range. Not the largest, but the best selection of notes available, or what I call color palette, of all the singers in question. She has the best tone quality throughout her entire range, the best control, and infamously, the best whistle register. Number 5, Beyoncé is neck and neck with Mariah for the best vocal acrobatics. But Whitney Houston is another neck to include here because of her ability to create unique and complex runs. Besides all of that, Beyoncé is the best blend of old and modern vocal style. She's the best at adapting to music trends of her timeline. And maybe most underrated is that she's the best at singing while doing choreo. I don't ever suspect a pre-recording or dub track. I used to automatically consider Michael Jackson the best performer ever, but it's definitely Beyoncé. MJ's performing is most unique and charismatic. Beyoncé's is the most complex and dynamic. That was the greatest singer category. Here's the next group, top singer. The strongest high register. Pretty sure she's the loudest singer too. Best dynamics. Best scatter. Greatest tone, in my opinion. The Queen of Gospel. The most theatrical. The most animated. The most soul.
Stop the rain, won't you stop the rain? Woo! For this man to be crying the whole world. With her, with my future, my life is filled with gloom.
A hard-headed woman is the thorn in the side of a man.
Something got a hold of me right now, yeah, child. Oh, must be lovely.
New direction, but I have to say, Lord, I'll be calling out your name.
The most unique voice.
And I'm sending all my love to you.
The most personality. The most number of voices. And I'd say the strongest head voice. The best harmonizing lead vocalist. And maybe the smoothest voice.
Back down on my knees. Oh,
You don't know what it's like to love anybody.
The most energetic singer.
gonna be wiping your weeping eye. My heart, my love, my bathing beauty.
the biggest gap between head voice and chest voice. It almost sounds like a different singer when he switches between the two.
I swear sometimes that man is out to get me. Oh, baby, 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 baby.
Maybe he's crying for me.
And I don't want to stop now. No. Waiting on the thunder. Liquor was the only love I'd known.
The most, I'm not sure what, but something, because she has a very mysterious, very haunting voice.
All alone.
To paradise, yes, I know.
Most aggressive.
This time it wasn't just my imagination. Here's your love letters. I think I remember you saying,
Try and make you mine.
but I know deep down inside of me. So won't you say you love me? I'll make you so proud of
A part of being young.
dear part of me.
Oh, why can't my dream?
But until the gates are open, I just wanna feel this moment. Oh, I was so surprised and shocked, and I wondered too.
Don't you feel like crying?
Don't wanna hear you lie tonight. Now that I've become who I really am. Do-do-do-do-do. We can both fall more in love. I'm on the edge. Feels like the days it never rains, but it falls.
The widest range, which is most impressive because he's a male, and males generally have a way lower range of notes that they can choose. The first voice I think of when I think of head voice
I love you. I'm missing you.
Wishing away, I would bleed on my knees and pray. Oh, how best I heart. ¿Qué tal se siente el corazón?
Te quiero así, estruendosa y delicada. Gracias a la vida.
It's only me who wants to wrap around your dream.
You'll never take me in. And I sure hope the road don't get to own me.
I'm gonna hold on to it till them eagles grin.
Between each line of pain and glory, take a good look at yourself. You can look at others. What do they gotta do? Boy, you couldn't miss.
the softest voice, the best singer that raps, or a rapper that sings, however you want to look at it.
It's quite alright. But if you feel like I feel,
The most ready to crack voice I've ever heard, and she still gets the most out of it.
wanna fit it all. Please don't forget about me. Try not to love no one.
I loved you from the very start. Was ain't you look
junto al bohío.
Siempre volverás.
Sensacional cuando salió en la madrugada.
I'd rather be, so I must be ready now. Is that just a little too long? So why can't you see? You can see that the air truly doesn't matter, was it?
I've been up and down the highway. Gonna push the clouds away.
The words are just rules and regulations. Unaware, tearing you asunder. Well, did you miss me? Walk on water just to kiss me.
Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven?
The best whispering singer,
Was a promise. Seemed like the real thing long too far.
Who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar.
the most soothing voice on the lower end of the audio spectrum,
And I know it's gonna be. Your love is cradled in knowing.
Book, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out?
You've been scared of love and what it did to you.
Hartan de viera y te tuviera que encontrar.
For such a life as I could use just a little bit. You can't start a fire.
You need me to give it up. After the light gets on.
So tenderly, I've got to dream. Loads of tenderness and caring. Now the weak must get strong. They say, oh, what a tribulation. Nothing but God, they blaspheme each day. Live good, well, live good, I say. That's why I'm staying away from you. If you only speak some good words about me.
the most synonymous with a time period voice,
Have a lot of kids, a lot of trouble and pain. But in the midst of the Lordy, well, I do it all again. Love is fine for all we know. For all we know, our love will grow.
Carry the cross, took my sin. Don't lost the missing line. Deep in the dark, where the spooks of memories, love like yours will surely come my way. Yeah, you're waiting on Satan's door.
Save me from these evil deeds before I get down the dawn.
Under the dreading of a Christian daddy's love.
Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got
Toda mi vida y hasta más quisiera.
the most soothing voice on the other end of the spectrum, the higher end,
I've been aching for a while now, friend. Light inside the darkness that it needs, yeah.
You say hello and I take a ride.
But nobody's taught her that it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans.
And you know that you're just one step from another one being gone.
Never understood that it ain't no good. You shouldn't let other people get your.
Place the game.
oh, Charlie, entrejar tela. Fagulhas, pontas de agulhas, brilham estrelas de São João.
Some of the top. Smiling faces I can see. Girl on the half shell. He don't love me anymore, and I'll have to let him go.
I like it when the big white dress kept on a popping and he said again, get a rhythm.
When leaves began
to die.
I'll have no pride at all from time.
Did you happen to see the most beautiful girl in the world? First time I'd seen him smile in years.
Let's start the free life behind us now. The love that's true, that's mine. Life I love is making music with my friends.
Ain't nobody here can walk it for you.
And finally, all the not top singer. Basically the bottom 25 of Rolling Stone's pool. They don't really belong on an all-time singers list. No shade to them, all shade to Rolling Stone staff and the surveys and findings of their research. The most gravelly voice, the weirdest style to me, good voice though,
Born again, but violent, more violent. I'm choosing my confession. Would you put your arms around me? You make me feel like I am young again. You travel far. I'm in a frenzy. You stone douchebag.
Together we're from fire and tenderly embraced.
Told me to dig my heels deep.
I know holy and I know that get both.
So you teach our twisted stick to the unbeliever. Oh, drink a bit of wine, we both might go.
Quand le temps va et vient.
Moro por arranjar, Eros, Dona Lina, Agostinho e ele. Ai, melancolia, eu quero alegria. Drew me. What are you gonna do? I loved you in the morning.
And this one I'm the most confused by, as in why is he on this list? I'm not really getting singer from what I've heard from him. Very monotonous. Maybe people like his lyrics or his songs in general, but again, I'm just not seeing it as it relates to this list. No disrespect to him. That was all 200 singers of Rolling Stone's most recent list. I'm done. I really don't know how you can make these lists properly when you have artists who can be on stage doing vocal magic while basically backflipping at the same time, like Beyoncé or Prince. Or someone like Stevie Wonder who can blow a clean and complex run for what feels like hours without inhaling air. Plus you have so many elements to judge overall, like range, control, tone, power, song complexity, versatility, emotion, soul, etc. It's a lot. So let's just do better next time. Feel free to tell me my list was biased, but I've been double checking for weeks and I can't prove that you can prove me wrong. Thanks for hearing me out. Type your own edits in the comments or go spend the minimum of a week or so making your own response video.